What's up, Exiles? Willywonka here, and today I want to go over my build, my main character. A lot of people on my stream have been asking, how can I do the same thing? How do you, why don't you die to chaos damage? Why don't you die from righteous fire? And I want to go over it once and for all, so everyone can see for themselves how it's done, and so they can consider doing the same thing themselves. So check it out. So with this build, you go Pain Attunement, you grab Zealot's Oath. Pain Attunement is for the low life spell damage. That's why we need the Chevron wrappings, because chaos damage does not bypass the energy shield. So this is huge, so you don't die to chaos damage, because chaos damage would totally just rape me. And then we have Zealot's Oath, because we use Righteous Fire. We need the life regen that we have from Vitality and from the Templar tree to apply to our max ES instead. Because with the 7k, 7.3k ES, I get, I think it's 215 ES regen per second, which is plenty. But I would hope for more, of course. But that's enough for me to out regen the Righteous Fire, because we use Elemental Adaptation and Purity with Inner Force, putting us at 85% max fire resist, and because of that, we only take a small amount of fire damage. Because, you know, Righteous Fire takes 100% of your max HP, so 700 fire damage decreased by 85% max resists is nothing. And we have 200 ES regen, so we're fine. Other than that, you just go for all the best crit nodes: Arcane Potency, Bloodthirst, Throat Seeker, another Bloodthirst, Doomcast, and of course Assassination. And Spell Power is also very good. So those are the big crit nodes. We skipped this ES right here. We don't have the points for it. We need the crit nodes and crit damage in the late game. We get good enough gear that it doesn't really matter. Once we hit above 7k, we're good. Hopefully we'll hit 8k one day, in my case at least. So that's it. There are more optimal ways to do the build than I've done it. I'm gonna post a link for my future build in the comment. The description. I don't have the skill points for it yet, but I would go across the top probably. Go grab Deep Thoughts, remove this. You could maybe do the build a little bit better with the Shadow, but the Shadow looks like he's pooping when he throws a totem, so we don't want to play that. Yeah, we don't take static blows because we crit so much. I have roughly 35% crit chance, and I have 630% crit multiplier, I believe. And with crit weakness, we do even more damage. So I get 8% shock stacks. 8-second shock stacks on the bosses, even in a 6-man party. So you don't need this. It's only for when you're leveling and when you're weak. So 3 points for this is a waste for me, and it should be for you. You can grab these shield nodes for ES, these for resists. It's all up to you. And when you're leveling, just grab the health nodes. I get that question a lot with my builds, especially my Shadow. I got that question all the time, but guys, it's so easy. Just follow the path. Don't take the crit nodes in the beginning. Grab the health, more health, and more health, and probably some more somewhere else. So that's what you do. Go hybrid. When you get to docks, go CI if you don't have the chevrons. When you get the chevrons, remove the life from your gear and respec. So the gems you want to use are Spark, Fork, Spell Totem, and Fantasy Casting. That's your 4 gems. No contest. The 5th gem is also one of those gems you cannot change. It's Lightning Penetration. There are no gems that would increase it more. The 6th gem is crit damage. Increased critical strike damage, like this. So those are the 6 gems you can use for dual Spork Totem. And I just gotta say this, there are no gems that are better. So in this order, you do Spark, you do Fork, you do Spell Totem, and then you do Fantasy Casting. Followed up by Lightning Penetration and critical strike damage. Lightning Penetration is really good because it shaves off the max resist of mobs. So like stone giants who are very lightning resistant, they die so much faster with Lightning Penetration. The other skill gems that I use is critical weakness, connectivity, and elemental weakness. Connectivity is for leveling up. I'm not using it anymore. I could probably remove it actually. So elemental weakness instead for partying, and critical weakness for soloing. Critical weakness is so good because it multiplies your critical strike damage. So with my, I would say, pretty crazy crit multiplier of 630%, I get that damage multiplied by 1.82, bringing the damage up to obscene amounts. And the cool thing about this build is that you can go so much damage, because all the reflected damage and thorns, they don't hit you, they hit the totem, so the totem dies, but who cares, you just cast a new one. So that's awesome. So that's all you need to know actually, the Spark totem and the curse, that's all you need. But I also use your Enduring Cry just for added survivability, just spam that whenever, in maps with ROAS, and you know, if it's an easy map, I don't really care, but in hard maps, I usually spam that constantly. Also, Frostball is really important for ninjaing loot from your friends. So when you see a good item, you just maybe a lightning warp over, Frostball, and if you try to run around, add one more, then you just loot whatever is not yours. The other skills are lightning warp. It's been boosted in the new patch, so now it's so much faster. Let me show you if I can use 2 potion. Look at that. So yeah, lightning warp is really nice for maneuvering around, just like leap slam. Raise zombie is nice for, you know, shitty situations where there's a lot of necros. But with your damage with this build, it's gonna be no problem. Your damage as a CI Sporker would be 1400. I don't have low life, I don't have Righteous Fire on right now. So 1400 or maybe 1500, because you could respec a few points, would be your damage with CI and a dual Spork totem. But if we put on this Covenant to get us some blood magic going, putting our life with Vitality, increasing our life regen, and haste just because we can, down to below 30% life. We now have Penitentment, and our damage is 1969, so our damage went up by a lot just by having this Penitentment passive right here. So now we can remove that one, remove the reduced mana. By the way, every point below 35% reduces your light radius by a lot, so that's why I put reduced mana on one of them, to not put us at 20% life. Cast Clarity, cast Discipline, and there we go. So I use Discipline, Purity, we need this for Righteous Fire, and just for survivability, Clarity, Haste, and Vitality again, because we need it for Righteous Fire. So now my ES regen is 215. So if we wanna J. Wilson this, and then some, the Spark, we can swap our weapon. Here I have my Righteous Fire in a +2 to Fire Gem offhand. You can get +3 by 1 to all and 2 to fire. We can activate Righteous Fire, and now we J. Wilson it. 4,490. That's a lot of damage, guys. I almost one-shot everything in the game. In a 6-man party, I can solo packs, like if it was solo, I was playing solo. So this is a really, really powerful build, and as you can see, the fire damage is being reduced by my 85% fire assist, and I'm having 250 in ES regen going up, so nothing is happening to my health. So now we can start destroying stuff. So hopefully you guys learned something. The build is really strong. The only cons are that you don't get as much ES as CI. You get shock stacked for 8 seconds for every time you get a shock stack, almost. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You only have to use you have to use Chevrons, which is a low ES armor compared to good rares, but it's totally worth it when you see that you almost instantly destroy bosses like I did with Val. Rares pop like popcorn. You feel so strong. A lot of people say you should pick up the Ice Spear with Power Charge on hit. Honestly, I think it's a waste of time. You have so good damage that stuff dies instantly. You should rather pick up items, curse, and position yourself. I think that's much more important. But I might try it out once I respec into Deep Thoughts. I don't know if I mentioned it, but you pick skill points in all the bandit quests. That's the best choice, I think, if you want my opinion at least. So hopefully this video helped you out, and I hope you try it out. Go CI first, go Chevrons later, and it's gonna be really fun. I assure you. So if you have any more questions, put them in the comments. Stop by my stream. I'll help you out. And until then, take care, guys.